Okay, you're on, but hold on.
Okay. But nobody can hear me.
Well,
Okay.
is it working?
It's almost there. It's heating up.
What do you mean? This isn't doing anything?
No.
Okay, hold on.
We're getting there. So it's Wednesday, May 28th. I love that I had to look at that. We're back. I am so sorry. I was not well enough to do our live last week. So I'm back. I'm feeling better. And we're going to cook something kind of fun based on a recipe we got during our recipe club for our membership this last weekend. So join us as we make a quinoa breakfast bowl. We're getting our technology figured out. Give us just a second. All right. Okay.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Okay. Yep, that looks right. It looks like it's gonna work. Okay. We're gonna start from the beginning. I'm Kat Ludwig, dietitian. Stephanie will be here momentarily. We are the Dysphagia duo. Welcome back, Steph.
Thanks. Hi, everyone.
Once again, so sorry. I was under the weather last week, and it was not a good idea for me to be around anyone or cooking or eating. So I hope everyone's feeling well this week. It is our last Wednesday in May. We are almost in June, which seems pretty crazy, doesn't it?
It does.
Yep. So we have a membership, and we host 4 events every month. Plus we do our lives, and then we also have a community group where people in our membership can support each other, ask questions. It's an app that is on the phone.
Yes.
So in our recipe club on Sunday, this weekend, we had a recipe submitted that was a quinoa breakfast bowl.
Yes, but I think it would be fantastic for dessert.
Let's call it a quinoa dessert bowl because I am in. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
So the recipe said to cook the quinoa from raw. We pre-cooked ours because if we've learned anything about dysphagia cooking, it's that you need your grains to be extra well done or extra soft.
Did we overcook them?
I did not, but we're going to throw some oat milk in here, and I figured we'll alter the recipe. So I have the recipe up, so we're just going to review it. You follow the instructions on the back of the quinoa. So you measure it out, you rinse it. I just used a strainer and ran some water over it. And then you cook it according to the package directions. So you put it in with the water, put a little bit of salt in there, bring it up to a boil, cover it. When it's at a boil, reduce it to a simmer and let it go for like 15 minutes.
Hi, Angie. We are too.
Yes. So we have this beautiful, fluffy quinoa. So it goes from this hard little grain to this nice, fluffy, beautiful mixture.
And if you can tolerate a little bit of texture, there is texture to it. But we're going to try to puree some so that we can see how smooth we can get it.
And it sticks together fairly well. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of our oat milk in here.
We're going to cook it some more.
And do you want to season us? So the recipe calls for cinnamon.
Cinnamon is hiding because it doesn't want to be used. We cannot find cinnamon. However, we found apple pie spice. So yummy.
Yeah.
Even better.
Because I had grabbed the nutmeg out to put some in there, and we don't have to because it's already in there.
Correct.
So it's perfect. So
I'm just measuring with my heart. However much you like,
As you should.
you use. Anti-inflammatory going on right here. So use as much or as little as you'd like.
This whole thing.
Yes.
Because we have a whole grain. We have our spices. And then we've got our oat milk here. So this is probably the least anti-inflammatory thing, but it's still pretty darn good. I didn't get the organic one. I was feeling cheap.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay, so I did get the
That's
extra creamy.
Yeah, that's the one I usually get.
Because for anyone that's trying to gain weight, this has a little bit more fat in it. And we like fat A because it carries flavor better. So this is going to be extra flavorful. Should I throw a little bit more in there, you think? Or it's basically just enough to cover.
I would go a little bit more.
Okay.
Because we don't want it to dry out.
We do not. Okay. So this is pretty great. It's got, in 1 cup, it's 120 calories, 3 grams of fat, 2 grams of protein, which of course is not a lot. It's not regular milk. It's just oat milk, which is fine. And then we have 2 grams of soluble fiber, which is really good actually. So there's the same amount of fiber and protein in this, which I like.
That's exactly what you preach.
Yeah. It's better than, I think the regular oat milk has none.
Oh.
Because it's not quite as concentrated, I don't think. Anyway, either way, we like a little more protein and fiber and things. Hi, Megan. And if you need, here's the other great thing about this recipe. If you want to make it high protein, you grab your protein powder and you throw some protein powder in there and you mix it in.
Angie, I ordered some and I got a whole free box
Hey, Kara.
of Crunch Bars. Didn't even ask for it.
But I'm a little nervous about these, I'm not going to lie.
Tell them why.
So, you all hear me preach protein, fiber, protein, fiber. These do not disappoint. So, we have
They might disappoint the gut if you're not used to fiber.
Correct. So, 1 bar is 240 calories. It has 20 grams of protein, which is fabulous. Angie said she got hers today. 20 grams of protein, right? So in a perfect world, if we could get everybody eating really healthy, it would be like 1 part protein to 1 part carbohydrate. So 20 grams of protein to 20 grams of carbohydrate. This has 25 grams of carbohydrate in the bar, which is about a 1-to-1 ratio, right? But when you subtract your fiber from that total carbohydrate number, you get what your body is actually going to use for energy. This has 13 grams of fiber in 1 bar. So anyone that, which I think 10 to 15 grams is what the normal person gets in a day.
So you need 1 bar. However, these are Crunch Bars, so they're not necessarily dysphagia appropriate.
Right.
We should try blending one, maybe.
Let's do it. We're having breakfast or dessert for dessert, so let's try it out. Let's see what happens. So if you're not used to fiber, this might give you an upset tummy.
Beware.
So when you're increasing fiber in your diet, we want to do it like between 1 and 3 grams per day. So if you're eating 10 grams a day, this is not the thing to add to your diet.
Unless you start with a portion of...
Correct. Correct. So I love the idea here. But we also want to be super conscientious about the fact that you may have trouble with digestion if you're not used to that much fiber. And you may just need like 5 grams at a time when you're eating.
Eat half of it or a fourth of it.
Right.
But we're just gonna, let's take half of it and blend it because we're gonna need to.
Okay. I halfway think it'll blend fairly well.
Yeah, especially, let's put the
Milk in first?
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Think that's enough?
Yeah. I love that you added a little bit more because my gut was saying
need more.
We'll probably need more. I want to look at the ingredients again. So it's got a bunch of different kinds of protein.
It's happening.
Tapioca fiber. Defatted peanut flour. Tapioca starch. Yeah, there's a lot of... That tapioca fiber is pungent.
Okay, I was still hearing some crackles, so let's do it again.
Agreed. When in doubt, you can always strain this too. So raspberries are extremely high in fiber. They are the fruit that is the highest in fiber.
And that's because of the seeds, I bet.
But these aren't very seedy. These are better than normal. I'm surprised. Okay, should we blend one more time? Mm-hmm. Just to be safe, blend again. Hi everybody that's joining us. We are making a breakfast for dessert bowl. A dessert bowl for breakfast. However you want to call it. We're making a quinoa fruit bowl. So I love quinoa because it is the grain that is probably the highest in fiber and protein. So it's high in fiber, just like most whole grains. But it's got 6 grams of protein per cup or per quarter cup of quinoa. So I cooked half a cup, and it's about half a cup of quinoa to 1 cup of water when you cook it. And of course, it's not quite a complete protein. Smooth? Little bit of texture
No, I think that's left over.
from the raspberry.
Oh, that was a chunk.
There might be a chunk in there. Okay. When
Couple
in
of chunks.
doubt,
Do it again.
strain
Just-
it
yeah.
or blend again. Okay.
So I think that, and actually I might go ahead and just do this one again.
Okay.
Or both, it doesn't matter. Very tasty. Just taking a protein bar and making it a milkshake.
And it's a crisp bar, so it's like crisp rice.
Yeah, it's like a,
Puffed rice texture.
yeah.
And I suspect that if you soaked this, like if you put it in your milk and you put it in the fridge overnight and then you blended it in the morning,
No chunkies. So it just needed a fourth.
blend. When in
Fourth
doubt,
blend.
blend again. And like I said, if you need to strain it, get a strainer and strain it.
There is nothing like it's completely smooth. For those of you who need a really smooth texture and fairly thin, take one of those protein bars and put whatever milk and do this in your blender because it is really very smooth. Just to show you, it's almost like water.
Yep.
So it is a protein bar water.
It has a little bit of texture to it, which is good. We don't want it to be completely thin, but it's also got a tiny bit of fat in it. In that bar. Oh, not a tiny bit. It's got 9 grams in there, which
So
is
that's good.
So this is a 240 calories plus your 60 calories from your half a cup of milk that we put in there. If you did the whole bar, that would be a 300 calorie little shake.
Nice. That'd be a great breakfast.
Yeah.
Protein.
21 grams of protein.
Yeah, try it, Megan.
Yeah.
Any flavor that you like of whatever kind of protein bar, soak it, blend it in your milk, whatever milk works for you.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised.
Mine still has a couple of chunks in there because we didn't blend mine again. So yeah, it just needed
Mine
that
has
fourth.
no chunks.
It just needed that
It's
fourth.
drippity like water.
Okay. So when we're making a quinoa breakfast bowl, we cooked our quinoa first. Yes, the recipe said to cook it in your milk, but we did not. We cooked it in water just to get it cooked because we want to overcook all our pasta, our grains, etc. so they're nice and soft. This is going to help them puree a little bit better, and this is going to help them be smoother when you puree them. It'll remove a little bit of the starch. You could even probably rinse it after you cook it that first time, and that would get rid of some of the starch, especially if you're doing something like rice or pasta. And then we covered it with our oat milk, added our apple pie spice, because that's what we have on hand. And is it just on low? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I covered it so it would keep some of the moisture in there too.
So when I was at the store, I got really excited because I found these acai blend puree. Mm-hmm. This is just a acai juice, basically, that's in the freezer section. Mm-hmm. It came 4 in a pack.
So if ever you get an acai bowl wherever out and about, typically that's put on there frozen. So you can use it frozen and you can make a smoothie out of it or a frozen something with it.
So we can use this. We also have blueberries, blackberries, mango, strawberries, and raspberries. So any of these things we can, depending on your texture level.
Right. So if you choose strawberry, that's great, but there are seeds in on strawberries. So you might want to blend up your strawberries and run them through a strainer. Same thing with blueberries. There's little seeds and there's the skins.
Yep.
So you can blend them, run them through a strainer. We can show you how to do that.
And they're all going to blend better when you cook them first. If we just want to blend them, that's fine too. We can do that and then strain them. What's your thought?
We can cook them.
Because I feel like the strawberries probably have plenty of water in them, and they should blend fairly well without being cooked first. The blueberries, probably the same. If we just add a little bit of liquid, they'll probably blend fairly well. We just are going to need to strain them afterwards. Hi, Katie Lynn. And now, of course, the blackberries and the raspberries do have seeds in them, and so I typically cook mine first just because I know we'll get more out of them. But
let's do it. So somebody tell us which. Oh, you have a pan. Okay, I was going to say my small pot's being used.
It is, but I grabbed your small saucepan.
So which flavors? Whoever gives us the first combination of fruit, we have blackberry, blueberry, mango, strawberry, and acai, and raspberry. Yep.
Okay.
Pick your poison. Which one do you want us to make first?
Somebody pick 2.
2 different ones.
Now, of course, you could always do each of yours separate, and then you could blend it.
Or you could do all of them.
Yeah. It could be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We have, looks like 5 people there. Tell us what you want us to put in our...
So the recipe just has you top the mango blueberry, Brittany says. Andrew says all. Megan says strawberry raspberry. All right, now we're talking. Now we got some. Okay.
All right. Cool.
So.
First one, mango blueberry.
Okay.
Ooh. This mango is tough. I'll choose the one that's looks softer.
So I went to the store to get the milk, and I, of course, had to walk down the breakfast aisle because I was thinking breakfast, right? And we, once upon a time, took a cereal like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
We did.
And we soaked it in our milk.
And blended it, and it was delicious.
And made a breakfast cereal smoothie.
But truly, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is my weakness.
And it's good. Karen says, I want to try raspberry, but I need to see how you get rid of the seeds again.
You got
So,
it.
yep.
We'll show you. We're going to do the mango and blueberry first.
Yep. Do we want a little bit of water or oat milk?
I would say water or juice. Let me see if I have apple juice.
Okay. Well, you're cutting. I'll look.
I knew we had some.
Okay.
Okay, I lied.
I do not see any.
Okay, it's all gone.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Things get
Detour.
used around here. Imagine
Detour.
that. All right. We'll do some water.
Probably doesn't need much. It'll just sweat it down.
Yep. We just need enough to get it started. So just enough to cover the bottom of the pan and get it going. Okay. All right. So
This is probably as
cooked
soft
as it's going to get.
going to be.
Okay. Do we want to try blending some? I feel like now that it's off the heat, we should add a little bit of vanilla and maybe a touch of sweetener.
We'll finish this one and use that one if we need.
Perfect.
Measure with your heart.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. This one might be glued.
It's honeyed shut.
Honey. Oh, I got it. Okay. Okay. So for sweetness, you can use honey. You can use maple syrup.
Syrup.
You could use agave. You could use coconut sugar. You can use regular cane sugar. Totally up to you how you want to sweeten it. And if you just want to use the fruit to sweeten it, that's fine too. You don't have to add any sweetener if you don't want to. Do we want to throw the lid on there? Here, try this one. Okay. All right. And we will probably need a little bit extra milk when we blend our quinoa.
I would say yes.
Do you want to do the quinoa in the Ninja or the Blend Jet?
Let's just use the blend jet
Okay.
since it's right there.
Okay. Ooh, sorry. I was trying to bring it closer to you.
And I was trying to come closer to it.
Great minds think alike. It's bubbling away.
Probably need to turn it down.
I'm going to flip these mango pieces over.
Should have put the liquid in first, folks.
Oh, dang it. We do that all the time. Okay. I flip the mango over so that it can get soft on both sides. I think it'll be okay. Remember, it's a starch.
And it's going to thicken up. So we'll add more as needed.
Ooh, look at it go. Yep.
That's the beauty of these little handheld ones, that you can shake it up.
Yes.
Give me some more. Oh, and I covered it.
You did, and we were still okay. Don't try that at home, everybody. Make sure you don't put the lid on there. Did I get enough? You want a little more? Sucked it right in there.
Yes, it did.
It's moving pretty good at the bottom. It's having
Yeah.
a little more trouble at the top. Okay. So with quinoa, it's a little bit more, it's got a little bit of texture. And so we just want to get it as smooth as possible.
Will you push the button
Looks
for me?
pretty good, yeah.
I just want to scrape the sides.
It's moving really good now. How'd we do?
It's very tasty.
Okay.
It does have a little bit of the quinoa
Texture. But not much. It's pretty smooth.
Wow. I think I may have gotten what was on here from
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty smooth.
With what I dunked, I got almost no texture.
Ooh.
Seedless raspberry jam at the store before and not too many ingredients. Hey, I love that idea. Yes. They do make them. Sometimes it's hard to find a good quality one, so you want as few ingredients as possible so you get more raspberry flavor. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Can you see it?
Oh,
Yum. Okay.
Can't wait
so
for
let's
this.
get the
the Ninja.
You want to put a little bit of water in first?
Mm-hmm.
And probably a spoon without slots would be
Yeah,
better.
I had a thought to use it to flip it over without sloshing a bunch of liquid, but didn't work for the end result.
Yeah, it's fine. Oop.
Okay, want me
Made
to
it to the outside.
here swirl that around and see if
We can get some more flavor.
all the flavor.
Watch your face.
I'm watching closely.
Okay, we did not strain the blueberries to get the skins off, so let's see how this goes.
I think we'll need to strain after, if anything.
Okay.
That is my suspicion. Okay, pop in the top on the Ninja because this is hot. Okay. I always forget there's that on button. Safety mechanisms.
You know, Ninja throws us every time, but it's still our favorite.
It is. Yes.
The color is beautiful.
It is. I love blueberry for this reason. So-
oh yeah, you talked about that. Got it.
I love all of the colors in this meal also.
Yes.
Or dessert. However we want to. Okay.
I'm gonna see if this is getting thick as it.
Ooh, that mango is strong.
It's getting tastier as it sits, as it cools off.
I like that. Okay. So,
Blend again.
yeah, we're going to blend again. So this is what it looks like. There's still a couple of chunks in there. We might
more
need
water?
some more water. Yes, very likely. So fruits, especially when it's cooked, it has pectin in it. And so it may...
Thicken up. Just a little bit, just to get it going. Did you get the strainer out?
I did not. Oh, I got a little bit in the eye. Go figure. That's what I get for trying to look in it when it's going. Okay. So there, I am seeing a little bit of texture on the sides. So, Linda, if you just want a single serving, we recommend the Ninja Blast. It is small enough to do one serving at a time. I have a Vitamix also, and I love it. Steph has a big Ninja, and she loves hers. The problem is they are big, and you have to do
You have to do more.
10 servings at a time.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Here we go.
now we're going to strain out this fruit so that we get the smooth part of the fruit and not the chunky part.
This might take a little bit, so be a little bit patient with it. It will strain better when it's warm than when it's cold. Yep, Linda, we recommend the Ninja Blast.
Or we also have a blend jet here. The blend jet is also very good. We like they both work about the same. We like the Ninja because it has the top that you can open up so that you can do warm things better.
Okay, so that's beautiful. Nice and smooth. So for anyone that doesn't need perfectly smooth, you maybe didn't need to strain this, but you can see a little bit of texture in there from those seeds. I think maybe from the skins too. There might be a little bit there too. But for those of you that need completely smooth, get yourself a little strainer like this. And just use it for, okay. Should I do a little bit more on there than just that? Okay. And if we blended it well enough, we'll get most of the goods out.
Yeah.
And there'll be a little bit left in this strainer, but you'll still have, I think you should still have a good amount of fiber, even though we strained some out.
I have been a mess.
It's okay.
Taking on your role.
You are, I know. Let me be a mess. You're not allowed to be a mess. You have to be the clean one.
I don't know what's going on with me today.
Either. Only one of us are allowed to be a mess. And I have the I don't know what the word is. Word finding problems. Okay. So, I'm ready to try this. Are you ready to try this?
I am ready to try it, but I'm going to serve up this next. Well, we're going to cook the other flavor. What was the other flavors that somebody had named?
So, there was an all, and then there was a... Oh, it went away.
Back it up right there.
It was strawberry raspberry. Perfect. 2 separate, beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of these, toss them in our pan. Okay. Just cut off the tops. Feed them to your chickens, feed them to your rabbits, feed them to your dog because he loves them too.
Yes, he does. Surprised he's not.
Our cat, you are trying to say you have the messy genes. I do have the messy genes. That is true. I admit it. She's the neat one.
Well, it's not necessarily that I'm the neat one. It's just that I'm not as klutzy
Or cluttered.
while we're cooking.
Oh, in life in general. It's I'm a little more chaotic. And Stephanie is a lot more calm. We have this yin yang thing happening here, which works really well for us in a lot of ways. Okay, so
Do you want to put some of the acai juice in it, or just water?
let's just start with water.
Okay.
And then I say we blend it,
Okay.
and then
We
if
can
we
pour
want
some of
to.
the acai juice on top.
That's what I was thinking.
Great
yes.
idea. Great
Okay.
idea.
Okay. My mom says she gets her messy genes from her mama. I love you, Mama.
Hi, Mama Becky.
Yes, I do. Proud of it.
All right, I didn't taste it yet. Did you?
I did not. I was
Okay,
waiting
let's
for
taste
you.
it.
Okay.
This is the blueberry mango.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Shut the front door.
And it's really smooth. I did not expect this quinoa to get so smooth.
I didn't either. Okay, so it's beautiful, you guys. And the blueberry mango is so sweet. Okay, so I like this better than oatmeal. And I really like oatmeal. So why do I like this better than oatmeal?
More protein.
More protein. Doesn't get that thick, gluey texture.
That's true. Oatmeal is very difficult to puree.
It is, whether it's raw like overnight oats or cooked, whether it's ground or cooked whole, and like either way, it's very sticky.
Yeah.
So for anyone who has trouble with a sensation of things getting stuck, it can be difficult. This is delicious.
I will take another bite just for you guys.
You guys are going to need to make this one. So we did a half a cup of quinoa, which makes...
It made quite a bit.
A lot. So quinoa expands like 3 or 4 times its size, because if you look at these pieces, I don't know if you guys can see that through the package. Let me put a few in my hand. They can get away from you. Do you layer the fruit on top of the quinoa or mix it together? Karen, you could do either. So this is what these look like. We are layering, yes. If you wanted to blend your fruit into your...
That could potentially make it even thinner.
Yeah. So these little...
Because the quinoa does get a little thick.
Grains, when you cook them, they unravel. And so it's hard to see.
It's like little worms.
Sort of.
Kind of. When it... how many of you have cooked quinoa? It kind of has...
So, Linda, quinoa is an ancient grain. So it's native to South America. And it's similar. This right here is a level 4 puree. If we wanted to thin it out, we could get it to a level 3 or a level 2 liquid. Yeah, they look like little corkscrews when they cook. They do.
Yes, that's a better word.
It's like they have a little disc, and it's got a little tail that wraps around it. So they do look like little corkscrews.
So one of the things, if you wanted to even increase the protein maybe a little bit more, is use the protein water.
The
Isopure protein water, or unflavored protein powder in your water that you're thinning it with.
This is great.
Yeah, this one's going to be a lot more chunky.
Should I throw a few more pieces? No, it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Oh gosh, I'm out of.
Go rinse it out.
I'm out of. I want to save a little bit of this.
Yes, so using the your water, put some either unflavored protein powder in it or a flavored protein powder. They have those protein waters from Isopure. I don't have one right now to show everyone, but they've got different flavors of it. Isopure water powder, good, Karen. Use that when if you're trying to puree something fruity. Use that.
Yep. Okay.
Watch your face.
I'm watching.
It's burning my hand. Hold on. Oh. The cat in Stephanie is coming out.
I gotta rinse our strainer. We're gonna need it in a minute.
Okay, so this fruit cooked down much quicker.
Yep.
Because the mango took a little bit longer to cook down.
Yep. Okay. Once again, if you're blending anything hot, it's really important that you have the lid open. So if you're using the blend jet, you want to not put the lid on, but put a towel over it so that you do not have it build that pressure and explode when you take the top off. Okay. You can hear the seeds in this one. This one's also not going to get as thick as the mango blueberry because there's more pectin in the blueberries. Linda, I'm going to get to your question in just a second. I want this to not be going when I talk about it. Okay, so this one's a lot more thin because the strawberries and the raspberries don't have all the pectin that the blueberries
and
the
they have
mango.
more liquid in them than did the mango. Oh man,
it's just a little bit. It's really thin. Okay.
Okay.
So are the protein drinks like Premier bad for kidney or liver? Someone told me that they were, and I used to add that. So this is a very complicated question, and it requires more information as a dietitian. So I would need to know what your liver and kidney tests looked like, and then also what your doctor has told you about your function of those organs. So when we're looking at kidney disease, like stage 3 chronic kidney disease, we have to be careful, yes, of the amount of protein that you eat, but we need you to get enough to maintain your body functions. So we want you to drink lots and lots of water because water is supportive of those kidneys. We like them. I try to tell mine I love them often. I worked in kidney disease for a lot of years. Oh, that did thicken up. That's really beautiful. So protein is necessary for every function that your body has. Protein is necessary for your kidneys to function. Protein is really necessary for your liver to function. So,
and may I add,
please.
When you have dysphagia, it is very difficult to get protein in. So chances are, if you have dysphagia as well, you are not getting the amount of protein that a regular, like a person without dysphagia with kidney disease would be getting.
Correct. So if that someone that told you those were bad was a doctor or a dietitian, I would take them at face value. If they were not, do not listen to them. She looks like she's
that
just made your day.
Megan, your flavors, oh my gosh. The raspberries took over.
They usually do. They're a strong.
That is delicious. And it is not.
Let's pour some acai on there too.
And it thins out the thicker part, what is it? Quinoa puree.
Oh, that's nice.
How is it with the ICE?
It's really delicious. Okay. I eat no protein normally, so you need protein, Linda. Free advice right here. You probably need 20 to 30 grams per meal. That's 3 times a day. Plus, you need enough water. Okay? Yeah.
Oh, yes. Megan, I think you could do this because that strawberry raspberry was very thin and thinned out even the quinoa. Let's
and I think if you blend them together, it'll be.
So the quinoa. Do you mind?
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna do this for Megan because I know that Megan needs it thin.
Yep.
There's nothing in here with texture. Oh yeah, just give it some more of that. Beautiful.
Yeah. Is the acai thin? It's it's pretty thin. I would say it's not quite a honey thickness, so it's between like level 2 and level 3.
Okay. Now, we're going to taste it just all mixed up. I kind of like it better when it was layered. Just because you get one taste and then another, and one flavor and then another. But you could thin out your quinoa a little bit more if you needed it all thin. It's still good like this.
Yeah. Okay. So the acai is not as thin as water, but it's thin. It has a really nice mouthfeel on it. Megan, we got these at the grocery store in the freezer section. And I can show you what the package looked like. So there are 4 packets in a bag. Antioxidant and healthy omega. It's great for smoothies and bowls. So you could do this with your protein powder as a breakfast smoothie. You can do it with your quinoa as a breakfast or a dessert smoothie. I like it. That's a winner. Winner, winner, quinoa dinner.
How much protein are we getting in this? How much is in the quinoa?
It's not a ton. So in a 1/4 cup of quinoa, there's 6 grams of protein.
Okay.
So in order to increase that, we're going to need to add some type of protein powder.
Okay.
I like the Rule One. I like Isopure. I would say a vanilla. I think yours is cake flavored.
Look, guys.
That would
Let me
probably
tell
go
you something.
really well in this.
You can go to the Rule One website, and the number of flavors is crazy. So my favorite is the lightly salted caramel. But I stepped out of my comfort zone, and I ordered vanilla butter cake.
I'm really proud of you.
And it's good. It's really good. So
Yeah.
like, having like a pastry with your coffee in the morning.
I mean, why wouldn't we?
Delicious.
And 1 scoop of this is 25 grams of protein. So if we were to put 1 scoop of this in a 1/4 cup of our quinoa, we'd have almost 30 grams, or we'd have about 30 grams of protein for breakfast, which is right about where I want people. And if you don't want to do a whole scoop, do half a scoop and work your way up.
Yeah.
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 So, okay. So I love quinoa. Of course, it's not a complete protein because it's a grain, and it is missing a couple of those amino acids that would make it a complete protein. So we would need to add a legume like pea protein in order to make it a complete protein. Just add whey protein. If you can tolerate whey protein, add whey protein.
Sorry, guys.
If
For
you-
all of you out there that love pea protein, I wish I did.
It's not for everybody. Even my dad is not a fan. It's hard. It's a
favorite
texture
flavor.
thing, and it's a really pungent flavor. So it can be hard for people to get in. So try this bowl.
Yes.
This would be a great snack. This would be a great dessert.
Well, and you can puree up a bunch of it and freeze it even in small portions.
Yep.
And take it out and kind of eat it like ice cream.
Yep.
You should be able to scrape it. Hey, look.
Oh,
Look
I
right there.
did drop it. Dang it. Abe gets to try it too. He did
doesn't
not
like
like
it.
it.
Hey, B. What's
He's
wrong? You don't like fruit?
Nope.
No thanks. Okay, gotta go.
Poor
Gotta
puppy.
go.
Okay.
Sure, you
All
want
right.
Blueberry?
Any other questions? Any other concerns?
Okay, go.
I've been having to get used to the pea protein and I miss whey. Yeah. Sorry, Linda.
So-
we're special.
So I'm going to tell you that so there are several different kinds of Rule 1, and this one is if you are just lactose intolerant. I don't know what your problem with whey is, or milk, but if you're lactose intolerant, so am I. But this is whey protein isolate and hydrolyzed whey protein isolate. This does not bother me at all. So it's the red Rule 1. So all of the different kinds are in different colors. The red is the isolate because it isolates the protein in that way.
So pea is a very strong flavor. I don't like the thickness or the flavor. So peas are starchy. They're one of those starchy vegetables like corn and potatoes, but they're very strong flavored, right? So it's not for everybody. I can do it. I'm not a fan of it. I would prefer to not if I didn't have to. Some of the products for pea protein out there are better than others. So just something to be wary of. So you can make this with oatmeal. If you can handle the thickness of oatmeal, you can make this with oatmeal. You could make this with rice.
Yeah, like brown rice, even overcook your brown rice.
So normally you would cook brown rice on the stove for like 40 or 45 minutes. I would cook it for like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Lots of extra liquid. The liquid's gonna boil off or absorb. Congee is a type of brown rice chicken stew that's just cooked. Like you put the brown rice and the chicken broth in the Instant Pot or in the pressure cooker and you cook it to death. It's supposed to be helpful for people who have GI issues.
Okay.
It's like porridge, but like you can't even tell it's brown rice because it's so overcooked. So you can get brown rice cooked enough where you can't even feel that.
Just cook it
texture.
really long time.
Yeah.
But that brown rice is going to be more fiber for you.
Which we like. Good for the gut, good for the brain, good for the heart.
Yes.
We like it. Okay. All the fruit. So here's the other thing I love about this. We had a bunch of different color here. We're talking about variety here. You don't have to get fresh. You can buy frozen.
Absolutely.
And if you buy frozen, then you have it for longer.
Yep.
So we're going to do something with all this fruit now. So,
I'm going to eat it.
Probably eat it and feed it to some kiddos.
I will eat it.
Yes. Okay.
No problem eating fruit.
Let us know if you want us to try something. Let us know if you're struggling with cooking something. Let us know if there's a topic you want to talk about, like your kidneys and dysphagia or your liver and dysphagia. Like we can dig into those topics a little bit more if you let us know what you want to talk about. And Linda, we would love to chat with you. Please go to our website and book a consult because we've got some information that'll help you for sure. Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us tonight and for being patient with us for not being here last week.
Yes. Yeah.
But
I don't get sick very often, but
No, it's been 3 years that I don't think we've ever missed one because of sickness before.
Correct. Yeah. So thank you for your patience.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Have a great week. I hope it's starting to warm up where you are.
Yes.
Or it's been warm for a while, maybe.
All right. We'll see you next Wednesday, same time, same place. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye.